I read in Dr. Matthew Walker's book, and I don't have the study memorized, unfortunately, but he walks me through, or the reader through, the effects of poor sleep in relation to like being pre-diabetic was one that stood out to me. And then he related it as well to actually being less safe on the road than drivers with alcohol in their system. Sometimes I think there's benefit in taking examples to the extreme. I think this is an example of that.
No, and it's true. I mean, if you are sleep deprived, you are cognitively drunk. So there, he's not even exaggerating. I mean, that is, he's making a perfectly rational abstraction, that I think holds in the data. So yeah, I mean, if you pull an all nighter, for example, and then you get on the road, you don't even you can't even perceive how compromised you are cognitively. And that's what is so sneaky about sleep deprivation is in David Dignas's lab at University of Pennsylvania found this, that for they looked at various bouts of, or various levels of sleep deprivation, and what was consistent across these various levels of sleep deprivation is that people can't perceive their own physical, mental, and emotional declines. People kind of think they're fine. In the same way that when you're drunk, you're like, oh, I can drive, I'm fine. That's because you can't perceive how messed up you are, right? And it's the same thing with sleep. So it becomes, to Dr. Walker's point, dangerous, right? And so I think there's certainly that component, and then again, I think the emotional component as well. Like, you are not gonna you're and this is why we see psychological safety move around in the presence of sleep deprivation, is because you just don't emote the same. When your eyes are tired, it's hard to be empathetic and be compassionate. So even if in your mind, I'm being empathetic, I'm being compassionate, I'm being kind and tolerant, people can't see that.
Wow.
So yeah, sleep is just sneaky. And it will slowly degrade your performance and your health. So yes, absolutely, short sleep. Just one night of bad sleep is going to impact your fasting glucose. So you will have higher, even if nothing changes, totally independent of anything you're putting in your body. Sleep will change your fasting glucose levels. They will be higher if you've experienced a short sleep. So it does impact you at a metabolic level, and indeed, people with who I think are more vulnerable to type 2 diabetes. Certainly a feature of that is poor, inconsistent sleep.